I wanted to pop in and show you some books in person. My live on my internet doesn't work too good, so I recorded this video ahead of time. So I'm going to start with the little ones. My kids are 6 and 9, so I don't have a ton of little people books to show you, but I do have a couple that I wanted to show you. This is Under the Sea. It's one of our, we call them tummy time books, because they fold out so that when your little one is practicing tummy time, they have something to look at. So you lay this out in front of them. This side is high contrast, which is great for little bitties. The other side, when they get a little bit older, is much more color and fascinating to look at. This is, we have 3 of these. So we have On the Farm, and we also have 1, 2, 3, I think is the other one. So these are super cute. Also, if you have a little one, toddlers tend to love to ask questions. I've seen a fact somewhere where toddlers ask like over 400 questions a day or something crazy. But if you have one of those, our question and answer books are great. These are, we have a whole bunch of different things. This one is just happens to be food because my daughter loves to cook. So each 1 or 2 page spread asks a big question like where, and then you have all these little questions like where does our food come from? So you open the flap and it like gives you a little brief synopsis. Well, our food comes from plants and animals, then it's processed in factories, and then it's sold at the store. So not super in-depth answers, which is really nice because we know they have a super short attention span. And then, so it just goes through, this is how, so it shows you how things are packaged, how do they get to the store, how do you become a chef, why are carrots orange, why are eggs egg-shaped? So, like I said, super simple answers, but these are great. These are great. We have an animal one, I know, I think we have a dinosaur one. So there's all different topics depending on what your kiddo is interested in. And it also has, it's not a board book technically, but it does. I mean, it's almost a board book. So they're thinner than board book pages, but they're still hard cardstock. So they're nice and sturdy. We also have the Usborne My Very First series. So these are a little more in depth than the question and answer books, but this one's about animals. And so it just kind of takes you through. There are all sorts of animals that live oh, she's got a bookmark in here. It talks about growing up. So this page tells about how penguins come from eggs and then they are taken care of and they come out as little babies. Different areas that animals live. So again, it's not a ton of information, but it's enough for them. So this one like labels all the different animals, and then it just tells you eating's a big part of an animal's day. Animals have to find, hunt, or catch their own food. So it shows some of the animals and what they eat, like the deer eating the grass. So these are great. Little more information than the other book, but not too much that they're going to lose interest. So that's really great. That's My Very First. We also, if you have a little one learning to write and read, we have these really cool wipe clean cards. These are our alphabet cards. I believe we have number cards now too. But so this is, it has the letter to practice. So you can see the dotted line that goes through, and then it has a word that starts with that letter. And then it has blank space down here, dotted lines to where they can write it. And then on the back is more practice. So trace the whole word, trace the first letter, and then write it all by yourself. So these are great. It's the entire alphabet. Each one gets its own card. And none of the words are too crazy. I know once in a while you get these flashcards that have really super weird words, but Digger, that might be a little bit weird, but definitely interesting for the little boys and girls. Okay, so those are our alphabet letter cards. A couple activity books, because I know the kiddos get super bored during the summer sometimes. Our Build Your Own sticker books. These are for a little older, I'd say probably 4, 5, 6, because they have to line up the stickers. Some of these stickers are pretty big too. So essentially you go through and the dinosaurs in this one are missing pieces. And then you figure out, it tells you the pages line up with the stickers. So the stickers tell you what page to use them on. And then you go back and fill in. So my daughter has done a lot of these, but you can see like here's before and then here's after. You can't even, well, you can kind of tell. She missed a little bit, but so those are super fun activity books. We usually keep one of these in the car. Also, our magic painting books are amazing because we all know that kids love to paint, but painting is so messy. So these only use water. So all you need, they come with a paintbrush. We've peeled ours off, but they come with a paintbrush, and then literally all you need is a cup of water. They dip their paintbrush in the water. I can get it open. And then they color, and the black has the colors in it. So see, I can get it wet a little bit here. So as you get it wet, the color comes out. Super cool. We love magic painting. We have tons of these. We have jungle, ocean, dinosaurs, fairies, princesses. We have a snow queen one now for all those frozen lovers. Okay, and now I have a few bedtime story suggestions for you guys. So if you've ever been to one of my parties before, I've probably talked about You Choose. It is absolutely one of our favorite books because my kids get to choose how the story goes. It's interactive. We now have You Choose in space. So essentially each page asks you a question. So on this one is choose your job. So it's super, I mean, there's like probably 30 different jobs on this page of different things that they can do, and they get to pick what they want to do on the spaceship. So the story changes every time. So if you have a kid that loves to read the same story every night, this one is pretty good for a while because it changes every night, and they like being in control of the story. So here you get to pick your outfit and your hairdo. So these are super fun. We also have You Choose the original version. And then Just Imagine is a little bit different, but kind of the same concept. It's by the same author. Okay, this is one of my all-time favorite Usborne books. This giant book is called Life Size. And so it shows you life-size pictures of parts of animals because obviously you can't see a whole panda bear life-size in a book. But here, and they're interactive too, so it's kind of STEM, which is awesome. So high five a polar bear. Put your paw on the polar bear's life-size paw. Whose is the biggest? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting over a cold. So life-size polar bear paw is ginormous. Isn't that so cool? I love this to be able, because these are animals we don't get to get close up to most of the time. And so it's really cool to see how big they actually are. Here's a giant squid eyeball. Look how big it is. So this is life size. This one is awesome. We also have life size dinosaurs now. And that one has a 4-page fold out where it shows the size of a T-Rex mouth, which is super awesome and huge. All right, our Shine-a-Light books. If you don't have one of these, you need one. Every kid likes to turn the lights out and use flashlights, and these give you a great excuse. They're also great for summertime because you can do it while you're camping or outside. So this one is the human body. We have in the ocean, we have on the farm, we have on a train. So these are super fun. They're nonfiction books, so your kids are secretly learning and they don't even know it. So every page, it talks about something. So this one's talking about how big he's growing and how your bones are growing underneath your skin. So you take a light, see if my sunshine is bright enough today. The sun is not actually out. And you shine it behind, oh, there you can kind of see, you see his bones? Shine the light behind the page and it shows what's underneath. And then on the back side, it tells you a little bit about bones. So these are super fun because they have hidden pictures. The kids get to use a flashlight. And in this one, they learn, so this one's about the cardiovascular system. So there he is. Then, oh, you can see all his veins. It's a lot brighter in person, but at least you can kind of get the idea. These are super, super fun books. And I think we have probably close to 20 in this collection now. So you can find pretty much any interest that your kiddo has. And then finally, I wanted to show you Nibbles. I know this is the newest one in Jessie's collection. Nibbles is a family favorite around here, and we also have a Nibbles board book too. So if you have a little one, Nibbles Numbers is new, and it's a board book, so it's a little more durable. This one's paper on the inside, but this is Nibbles, the book monster, and he escapes and goes off to eat nibble books. So he actually nibbles through 3 different stories in this particular book. We also have Nibbles Dinosaurs, where he goes back in time and visits the dinosaurs. So this is Goldilocks. He nibbles his way into Goldilocks. He changes the story, and then he nibbles his way out of Goldilocks. So it's like a little miniature, you can see, little miniature book inside the book, which is super fun. There's Jack and the Beanstalk in here too, and Goldilocks, Jack and the Beanstalk. Little Red Riding Hood is the other one. So all the same thing, it's like a little mini book inside the book where Nibble eats his way in, changes the story, and then runs away. So this is super cute. And one of my most favorite things about it is this is one of our plush books. So if your kiddo loves Nibbles, you can get the Nibbles to snuggle with while you read it. So I hope you enjoyed those. If you have any questions or if there's anything else you would like to see that I wasn't able to get to, please let me know and I will send you pictures or a video. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the party. Bye.